Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Amazon Prime's sci fi series, Night Sky. And I would like to say that this was a very interesting story. We're going to wrap all of this up. We're going to do episodes 6 through 8. And yeah, let's just get into it. Spoilers! Okay. So we got the old couple, Frank and Irene York, still trying to, deal with all the things that's going on in their life with this crazy machine that's under their shed. We got Byron at the end of the last time I talked to you guys. He found the little Orby thing that goes in their machine. And he's having problems with his wife. So she's, a bit concerned about what's going on with him. She glad he found a friend, but she worried that, he might be going from one extreme to the other, because that's what he seemed like he is, a person to go to extremes. And he did. So he went hard to try to turn the machine back on. He done plugged up jumper cables and everything else. And then Frank, though, had found the letter that Irene had left the day she was going to go on out the door and kill herself on the other planet. Yeah. So he's pissed about that because, she promised that she would stay with him till they was 100. And here she was right after that conversation going trying to kill herself. But that was the same time she found Jude. That's Yu's name, y'all. His name is Jude. And the granddaughter's name is Denise. I told you I was going to get it. Okay, so Jude, come to find out, is running away from this organization. Remember the Argentine lady and her daughter? Well, yeah, they was with the guy that was tracking everything down. He was hell-bent on telling the daughter about everything that was going on with the organization, and the mother was so against that, and telling her stuff about her father, which the mother also was against. So she left his ass behind. Left him behind, bust his nose, and so once they tracked down, a couple of things, they made it all the way to Farnsworth, y'all. Then the daughter was on social media. Judah did karaoke a couple of nights before, so now he's on social media. So she done found him. Wow. Mama going to find him because she told him to go to stay at the hotel. Yeah, daughter calls Nick, the dude they left behind. But that ain't who shows up. Who shows up is the crazy older dude that originally sent the Argentine mom on this mission to begin with. So yeah, he shows up. Daughter don't like him. The mama don't like him. Nobody likes him. He's a weirdo. He's all skin's all jacked up. He looks like a creep. Anyway, I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna say this is where things get crazy, because this last season finale episode should have been climactic. It should have been bold. It should have been information giving. Oh, the information they gave was interesting, but it's all set up for another season. So they wasted a lot of time in this episode, especially towards the end, setting up for another season of this show. Why do I say that? Well, let's just say they did track down Jude. Jude had took a trip all the way to Michigan to try to find his father, Gabriel. Ran into some lady there that said she knew him and everything else, but come to find out that this lady is part of some secret organization. Don't know what this organization is. I'll tell you. Well, we find out later. That's part of the setup, which pissed me off, because then they just introduced this lady and this other dude, the dude that had been calling the phone about the gold doubloons that Frank had put up for auction and went to the pawn shop and all this other stuff trying to sell that Jude had. Yeah. So that sucked. We don't know who these people are, why they're there. She got this bed and breakfast. They spent the night, Jude and Irene and Denise, because that's who drove up there to Michigan to see if they could find him. They didn't. They left the next day. The boy found the code that the little symbols that put into the door so that he could travel to some other place. So he got that from there. That's what he got from the trip to Michigan. So they came back. Frank deals with Irene and the whole situation about the letter. Denise coming to the realization of everything. And while they was in Michigan, Denise confronted the grandmother like, "Do you like me? Is it because I'm black? Whatever. What's going on? Is it because of my mother?" And Irene like, no. She just feeling guilty. She felt like she didn't deserve love. She should have did more so that girl could have had a father to grow up with. It was her fault her father died. It wasn't, but that's how she felt. So that's why she was keeping her at a distance, because she didn't feel like she deserved her love. Okay, so they deal with all of that. So of course, when they get back, grandma want to show her some things. So she take her to the thing, show her what it looked like, explain everything to her. Denise freaks out, runs away. So I'm like, oh my God, this girl. I'm so sick of her. She acted like her grandmother was a monster. No. She just explained to you about this machine and what it do and what happened and how long they had it and when they found it. A few days after your father died. So yeah, she freaks out. She leaves. The tracking people, they now track them to the bar. So the girl got the information from the bar. Jude left the card of the bad nurse lady from the nursing home at the bar. So now they tracked her to the nurse lady. So the nurse lady, of course, knows exactly where he is. The Argentine mom goes to see her. Make a deal with her. Give me $3,000, I'll tell you where Jude is. So she go back. That's when they found out that the older dude is there, and everybody pissed. So then he like, $3,000? What? So they go to meet with the lady. They try to get her some of them gold doubloons, which is worth more than $3,000. She just want cash. She's like, I ain't trying to hit all that. Just sell them bitches then. I don't want them. Give me the money, her niece. So then he come over there, almost break her arm. She tell him the information, and then he snaps her neck. Now nurse lady is dead. Dead nurse lady. Messed up. I'm like, whoo, these people. They is hell bent on making sure that they catch this dude and nobody knows anything, which she didn't. So he really didn't have to kill her, but he did. So that just really set everything off. And then the mother and the daughter decided they got to do something about this. So once they find out the information, she go after Jude and he go to the house with the daughter. She chasing Jude in the woods, and I almost shot Denise because he went to go see Denise to say he was sorry and to thank her for her help and everything. So Denise is in her car rolling back to the grandparents' house to warn them about danger coming. When she get there, danger's already there because the older dude and the daughter is there and tricked Frank into getting them in the house with the gun. And so now they all tied up. Zip tied on the couch. Here's where some really unbelievable things start to happen. Because they make a clear shot of these zip ties, and they look like fairly sturdy ones. But somehow they're gonna cut through this zip tie with a key. Make no noise, and the movements won't be noticeable for you to be able to have the force enough to actually cut through the zip tie. I don't believe it. But okay, for story purposes, that's what y'all decided to do. She get the MO, the Argentine mom from dude who called her, tell her bring him in, because she was trying to kill him. She was out there shooting at him, trying to kill him. He was at his last rope. So then she tell him, hey, we got the old people, come on back, and they'll live. So she bring him back. He get his ass beat by the older dude. And then he was about to get killed until Frank intervenes, bum rush him. Then they all jump him, and then everybody beat on him until he's out. So they take him out. The Argentine mom and the daughter decide that they want to get away and they done with this life and they done with that. But wait, because whilst all that was going on, and prior to the Argentine people showing up, of course, Byron, who had finally charged up the machine and made it work, Frank tells him about these spacesuits as he asked him. He took him there, he saw it, he thought it was beautiful, and he's like, did you go outside? He said no. He said, okay. So then Frank showed him about these spacesuits that he had made for him and Irene to go out there, but he had never used them. The problem was air pressure. They couldn't fix out the air pressure. So Byron fixed the air pressure. Him and Frank was going to go out there. Frank changed his mind at the last minute. Was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it without Irene. So Byron goes out there. The suits work. He go out there. And this is where they went lax with some of the budget on the special effects as well, because him walking out there was like, okay, he just outside in Nevada somewhere. That's what it looked like, Arizona. Even when he went further away from the little depot thing that they were in, and he walked around a couple of rocks, it looked so fake. And I'm like, y'all could have made that outside environment look a little better, especially it's supposed to be an alien planet. Just saying. So he saw the table that was out there that disappeared. Then he started freaking out about some other stuff he saw. And then he saw something else apparently. It was three things. He saw the table first, and Frank didn't believe him. Then he saw something. And he's like, oh man, I wish you could see this. This is crazy. Then he, oh my God, Frank, you gotta see that. And he lost contact with him on the radio. He never came back. He never came back. So Frank freaking out. He's like, I don't know what happened to this dude on another planet. Oh my God. And his wife is going to be looking for him, which she did. She came over there. He was working on a project with you. Have you seen him? Nope. I'll make sure he knows you're looking for him if I see him. So she freaking out about her missing husband right now. Which he is. He's missing. Because after all is said and done, they decide to take the Argentine mom and the daughter, decide to take the older dude, tie him up in the van. They taking him away. They're like, okay, we're going to get rid of him. We're going to do something. We're going to have him as leverage, yada, yada, yada. Right? Everybody at the York house is okay. The daughter is like, okay, I'm going with Jude because he's going to find his father. Here's more setup. Going to find his father. So he got the code. He put it in the machine. He showed them how it worked. Let them know that, I'm going to take care of your granddaughter. She's like, I need something else fresh to do. I didn't quit school. I didn't did all of this. She got into it with her best friend. She out. So she going with him to go help him find his father. They go through the door. He programmed it. They end up in somewhere in Bangkok looking for his father. Meanwhile, the Argentine daughter's father is somewhere in Cairo. So we got one in Bangkok, one in Cairo. I'm pretty sure he's going to show up. Why? The one from Cairo, the girl father? Oh, because she been took by this other group, the ones they went to go see in Michigan. Yeah, they're called the Fallen. And these Fallen, they're former people that was part of this secret organization that know all about the doors. And they are on their way out. They try to take down the whole organization, do all of that stuff. So the Argentine daughter, the Argentine mom, and the crazy old dude then got took by these people. Mask over their face, they gone. So we're going to find out what more about this organization, I guess, next season or whatever's going on with them. Okay, sure. He on his way to Bangkok to see his father. We got that part going on. And for our final piece of the puzzle, Frank and Irene was like, you know what? Let's go, see the side. Well, first, Frank was like, well, Irene was like, I don't care about the thing no more. I ain't never got to go no more. I'm good. He's like, well, as long as I'd love to hear you say that for years now. Gotta tell you something. He finally tells her about Byron and Byron being lost on the other side. So he decided he put on the other spacesuit, gonna go out there, try to find Byron so he could have something to tell this man's wife about what happened to her husband. Irene stay inside the capsule. He go out there, he walking around, he see the coffee table, he realized that's their coffee table. She don't believe him at first. Then he goes around the rock face, he climbs down a little bit, they talking on the radio, he telling her how beautiful it is and all the stuff he see. He finds the dead body. Dead. By day. It's the body of the man that Jude killed to get away. He stabbed him in his chest. Somehow this dude's body ended up here. More questions, right? So then he going around another ridge. His air started going out. So he thinking he passing out. He in this pressurized suit with no oxygen now. So he passing out. But who comes to save him but Irene? No suit. Nothing. She's like, I just came after you. You gonna die here, I'm dying out here. Yeah, I came to help you. So she came out there, saved his life, because apparently there's air. You can breathe on this planet. So they get up, they look around a little bit, and what do they see? A giant ass city. It's a city with like a half dome spiral on either side of it. And you can see a bunch of those half-dome spirals going down, a couple of different ways. So it's like several large cities on this planet. Don't know who they are. They didn't show the people. They showed that there was lights on in the homes down there and everything else. So it's like there's beings down there, but we don't know who's down there. Is that where Byron went? What happened to him? Anything, So, of course, second season, they probably going to want to explore this city that they found, since they also found that they can walk on the planet. yeah, that's how the series ended, with them showing that. And the cities look good. The special effects on that was awesome. You know, and the cities in the distance and the skyline and all of that was beautiful. But yeah, they could have did better with this season finale. Gave us some more answers. At least showed us the lady that been chasing them down. Gave us a name for this organization. Y'all gave us the name of the organization going against them, the Fallen. You know. But what about the organization that's actually was hunting down Jude? What do they call? Because they believe they doing God's work and all this other stuff, calling him an apostate and all this other crap. And then so y'all gonna call yourself the Fallen, like y'all are fallen angels or something. What's really happening here? And where did this doggone technology even come from? Who built this crap? Was it the people on this planet? Do they not know about these things on their planet? So many questions. So, yeah, it was a good show. Overall, very good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the drama. I enjoyed some of the funny moments that they had, the little town they was in. You know, all the performances were good. I didn't think nobody did any bad acting or had any crappy lines. So good job, writers, on that one. And yeah, that was Night Sky, episodes 6 through 8. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm hoping that, you know, Prime will step it up. You know, they do got some Lord of the Rings stuff coming on later this year. So hopefully that's where they spent all the money. I will see you guys another time for another review. You all have a great day.